Has anyone ever told you that you never listen to what they have to say? Have you ever felt like you're always the one that's talking but never the one that's listening? Do people avoid telling you their problems? Do you want your friends to be more open and honest with you? In this video, I'm going to share with you the number one way that's helped me become a better listener. It's very easy for some people to sit down and listen with the intention of hearing what the other person has to say, but then their mind starts to wander, or they start to go off in a different direction, or they just reply with short responses and they don't get deeper on the problem that this person is presenting them. Others can be very intent listeners, and they're very good at making space and listening to what the other person has to say. A key thing that these people do is they ask questions that make the person who's speaking dig deeper on themselves. So in a sense, the listener is basically a mirror for the person that's speaking to look inside themselves. A quote from Epictetus says, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Human beings love to speak about themselves. We love to feel important. We love to feel like we're the center of the universe, because to each and every single one of us, we are. We're so driven by our own realities that sometimes it's easy to forget that we sometimes need to listen to other people. When I started intentionally focusing on becoming a better listener, the number one thing that helped me and truly changed the way that I would listen to people was to ask more questions. Asking certain questions like, how does that make you feel? Or what do you want to get out of this next? Or when did this start? Or ultimately, if this could be perfect, how would it be perfect? Different questions like this may help someone develop a new perspective that they didn't originally have before. When you ask someone a question, it makes them search for an answer within themselves, and they have to really start to think about whatever it is that you just asked them. It's important to remember that although people may have answers or opinions or perspectives from the outside, and it's important to listen to those, ultimately, within ourselves, we have the answers that we need to hear, because it's our problem and it's our reality. When you become a better listener and a beacon for your friends to discuss their problems or vent to or speak to or open up to, later on, it makes it easier when you need to go to them for something, because you've created that trust and you've created that respect. And most of the time, your friends would be happy to reciprocate, making the space for you to speak to them. So next time you have a chance to truly listen to someone, be very intent about making sure that you do more listening, stay present with them, talk to them, and ask them the right questions at the right times, but let them search within themselves to find out what they need. Down below in the comments, I'm curious what your number one favorite question to ask someone is when you're helping them through a problem. Talk less and listen more.